The top 21 things that need to be included in the Madden 21 to make it better. We're starting off number 1.
Double check.
Cobalt
Yeah,
franchise mode.
That's definitely number 1.
It has to be number 1 because
Like,
if
it
anything
might
makes
be
Madden
biased on
better.
our part because I know that's something we want to do. So it might be a little biased, but they've shown it's possible to do.
Yeah.
You know, like
What?
it's just
what
duos,
draft?
right? Yeah, the mud
Yeah,
draft
it's
too.
duos.
Yeah. So why don't they just carry that
And,
over to franchise?
Number 2. The return of individual records and team records. One of the cool things for me in franchise mode, at least, is breaking records. But like, I feel like holding a franchise record is also really important because, like, you know, you're that guy for that team.
Yeah, I
breaking
fucks
like
with that.
300 rushing yards.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like owning like individual, like, oh, most punt return yards in the season.
I hate
Like
to bring
stuff like
this up,
that
but
should
like,
be returned back.
but like 2K, you know, in 2K, they got all that.
Yeah.
You can look
Yeah,
at the teams.
they have it.
Like, that's crazy. I don't know why Madden just can't do something
They used
like
to
that.
have it too.
Yeah,
They used to
like
have it back in the old gen.
back in the good Madden days.
Oh yeah, number 3. This one is on the list because it's the most popular game mode in Madden. It's been viewed as overall base matchmaking a mutt. And I want to say this. Everyone hates 2K20 for some reason. But 2K20 did it right with the rec center. Because the old 2Ks, you can literally be like a 90 overall. And no matter who you on your team with, you would get against 99 overall people every single time. There's no like equal matchmaking. This game needs overall based matchmaking a mutt because you play against the same guys over and over again. It's the guys that literally just dump money to the game. They have the Randy Moss, they have the Calvin Johnson, they have the Pat Mahomes, and
that's
they
why they
bomb
don't do
it
it
every time. Yeah, they
That's
make
why,
money off
'cause
it. I get it.
They
but
did it.
It would
If they
benefit.
did it, bro, those guys would be playing other guys that dump money in the game, and they wouldn't be having as much fun. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no skill involved in mutt. I'm sorry, but there's not.
It's pay to win.
Everyone plays the exact same. All right, another one, number 4. Great plays and playbook making. I might be wrong, but I don't think playbook making is in this game. I think you can add edit plays, but like the old school Madden, you can actually physically make a play.
Yeah, I don't think you can custom
it-
make your own playbooks in this one. I do not believe so.
But that should be a feature because number 5, X Factor's nerf / deeper and more abilities. But it's kind of annoying when Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes runs back and forth across the field in the backfield 4 times. Like it feels like they don't lose any stamina, and they bomb it across the field for 90 yards across their body, on a dot, on a line, and touchdown. It's annoying. I like the abilities because they add a new effect to the game, but
Overall,
edit
I
them.
like the abilities.
yeah, me as well.
Overall, I say keep them in the game because they
And
make
modify
the
'em a little
game
bit.
fun. They refresh the gameplay. They make it fun.
Line positioning and awareness of the ball. Let me tell you something. I cannot count how many times I've ran into the end zone and got tackled back out of it, and it said I did not score. Or my receiver will literally run 2 feet and step out of bounds, and I can't challenge it.
How about, yeah, just the challenge call in general? I remember when they first implemented the challenge in Madden, they forced you to challenge plays and stuff. They're like, oh, you better challenge that.
Yeah, it
You
will
better
literally pop
challenge
off
that."
on your screen and be like, yeah, you
Yes.
should probably challenge this.
And now, in
And
this
now
one,
you can't challenge
you
anything,
can't
dude.
challenge shit. Like, even when you pause it,
You can't
you
challenge
press on
anything.
challenge, it'd be like, oh, you're not allowed to challenge on the previous play. Like, what do you mean?
Number 7. Create a team / stadium. This used to be one of my favorite features because I used to make like 32 teams and make them into a new thing and replace old teams and all that. But like, they have like half of this you can relocate, but you can't choose your uniforms. You can't choose your logo. You can't choose your name. You can't customize your stadium. Like, you can pick what stadium you want, obviously, but like back in the day, you can actually put like statues and stuff in your stadium on PS2 and PS3. Number 8, better scouting and draft presentations.
Oh, scouting definitely. Jesus Christ, I would like to see the draft.
I would
too.
like.
That would be nice. At least the first round or something. Like, have them players come out to the stage and like hold up the jersey or something. It ain't gotta be nothing special, but just
the
to
draft
see
is
it.
lifeless. I'm sorry, well, the draft is cool, but it's
lame.
lifeless.
It's lame, honestly.
A minus,
I would just
A
like to
plus.
see college stats too. Like that. That would be nice. Just the
Yes, it
players'
would.
college stats and maybe their award history in college, so you can see if they've won any awards. Like,
Number 9, this one's really big for me. I think bringing more life to the franchise as well. As weekly wrap-up shows with highlights and leaders changes. I think this would be a cool feature to add, because one of the things about the franchise that I like is looking at stats. I like stats.
we won.
I like to see every week when someone tops off someone else in the sack leaderboard, or Cody West passes the touchdown record on the thing, and like a presentation version of that, or see like wrap-ups of the games, like key moment games for you. Let's say I signed the Bucks, like the Falcons and Saints game was week 17, and it decided if I went to the playoffs or not. To see like highlights and like important plays. Number 10, you like this one a lot. Locked owner and coaches mode. It goes with the co-op thing I talked about at the number 1 spot, but like, it would be really cool not only to be like in the same team as another person, but like have a mode where I could be the owner and Cody could be the coach on the same team, or Cody could be the coach and I could be like the QB, or vice versa. Have it locked that way so we can manage one thing instead of like playing games.
I would love just to have more co-op options. Off, not Ultimate Team based.
Number 11, actual realistic good catching from stars.
Okay.
This is a big one because there's been so many times where obviously people can have big moments. Big receivers can have big moments. But every single catch in this game is a clone of another. And it's predictable. You got Mike Evans, X Factor, one-on-one in the left. He's going to catch it 90% of the time. Vice versa. Julio Jones, Devontae Adams, Michael Thomas.
So what do you expect to change from that? I don't see your point.
It's like this game, when it becomes third down and long, the receivers crank it up to 11, and they'll catch anything on you.
But if you got a good receiver like you're talking about with Mike Evans and Julio Jones,
That's
they should
true.
catch that.
So let me rephrase what I was saying. Add more catch animations, because the same 5 are just constantly being used.
That is true. It is the same few catch animations you see.
Number 12. Add dynamic crowd populations for like franchise mode. This used to be a thing, but the reason why they took this out, which a lot of people don't know this, is because they thought people would be offended that their team didn't have an actual population. For example, I'm a Bucks fan. The fan base is really fair weather. I will say that personally myself. And it could change over your season, because let's say you go on a win streak, 6, 7, 8 games. You'll go from, like, for example, you have a 20,000 population stadium. It'll go from like 7,000 population to about 15. And affect ticket sales. I think that'd be an interesting dynamic for franchise mode, especially owners mode.
I see what you're saying.
It used to be a thing. Yeah, it used to be a thing. They took it out because they were afraid to offend people about it, which it exists. Every game, no matter what team you are, is sold out in this game. That's not realistic. All right, number 13. This one's one of my favorite ones on the list. It's historic teams. Another thing 2K has over Madden. Give us teams from different generations we can play with, like the 03 Ravens or the 02 Bucks.
That would be dope. Yeah, I totally
'Cause
fucks with that one.
they have Hall of Famer players already. Why don't they have historic
Yes.
teams or all teams? So like
Give me
an
the
all
2011
Bucks team or all Packers
Packers.
team. Yeah.
Yes.
So like, give me a team with the Bucks where I could be Derrick Brooks and Lamonte David on the same team without playing Mutt
Yes.
and have Warren Sapp and all that.
Dude, that'd be so dope.
2K has that. Why
Yeah, I know.
can't
2K has that, and you can add those guys into like a franchise on 2K, like add
Yeah.
legends and like draft them.
2K does a lot of things right.
2K, let's go play 2K. You know?
Big, dude.
Come on, man, listen.
All right, number 14, dynamic weather changes. Let me tell you something. I've never seen, especially for like outdoor stadiums. I play outdoor stadium in my game. I'm pretty sure the Packers have one too.
Yeah.
They should have things for before halftime, it's clear and stuff, and then after halftime, like in Lambeau Field, it will be snowing or raining. Have dynamic weather, or like it rained for like one quarter. It changes the game up a little bit. It's not really an important one, but it'll be cool to see.
It would be cool, like to have the sky like actually moving and the weather changing a little bit up above and stuff. That would be cool, but I mean, it doesn't bother me.
All right, number 15. This can go with the previous one before this. Legacy jerseys. Let us have. They have a bunch of teams legacy jerseys, but not all of them. There's a bunch of teams that don't have any legacy jerseys in this game. But let us have those and let us play with them. It's not really that big of a deal. But if you're going to have legacy teams, have legacy jerseys. All right. 16. Franchise mode, trading, and deeper contracts. What we mean by that is the trading in this game is stupid. I'll go and say it straight up. I offered, for example, for O.J. Howard, one of my favorite players, because I'm a Tampa fan. I offered 3 first-round picks for O.J. Howard at the beginning of the season, and they would not trade me to it. And let me tell you that if that would happen in real life, they would take that with an instant.
Yeah, he's just a tight
No
end.
hesitation. Yeah.
They
No
would
offense,
take,
O.J. I love you.
I mean, but still, he's just a tight end. They would take 2 first-round picks for a tight end. It don't matter who the man is. Unless it was like George Kittle.
Yeah, think. The only time I can see that not happening is like you're trying to pay for Pat Mahomes because he's young, and he's a 99 overall in the game. But they didn't get rid of the 3 things per trade thing. That's completely stupid in my opinion. Actually, would offer like 7 things, like 2 first-round picks, 2 of my top players, but you only have 3 things on the board at once, which is stupid. First of all, because it's deeper than that. With the deeper contracts, franchise could really benefit from this. What I mean by this is add incentives. Because in this game, all you do is just give them some money and they're alright. Add incentives because it would add a new flavor to the franchise mode. For example, Aaron Rodgers, Cody has to resign him after this year, I'm pretty sure. Let him sign for 2 years for $40 million total. But add an extra $10 million incentives for, let's say, he throws 35 touchdowns and less than 10 picks, or he wins 12 games for an extra $5 million. That would add a fresher take. It would also make it more challenging to manage your money.
Yeah, it would add little challenges too, for you to maybe play those games. You know,
and it'll probably make them play better in simulation. It'll give them reasons to play better, give them a little overall boost.
Yeah, they get the morale boost, and their overall goes up.
Number 17, home field advantage. This is partially in the game now, but it should be stated.
I mean, it is on like clutch kicks. That's the only time it's really in the game.
But you should be able to, like I was saying earlier, the attendance. Since every game in this game, or every game in this game is sold out, no matter what. You should have a harder time when you're playing on offense or defense.
Like if you do like a hurry up, you should only have like 1 play to call.
Yeah, because you can't hear.
Yeah.
And they should not let you see your routes sometimes, depending on how loud the crowd is, how late the game it is. It should make it a little bit more challenging because having home field advantage in this game is useless. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're playing the Ravens and it's late in the 4th quarter, the crowd's gonna be going crazy.
Yeah.
And if you're
So,
trying to score in
it
the
would-
red zone, it's going to be crazy loud. And blocks will be
Have a little
missed.
bit of screen
Routes will be
shake.
mist.
Add a little bit of screen shake. I'm telling you, it would change. It would be a little subtle change, but it would change the game.
This
That'd
is,
be
this
sick.
is there's a few little ideas you could throw in to have home field advantage. I think it would be cool to add in. I think it would be neat.
Especially like a playoff games. It'd be really sick.
Especially in playoffs.
The playoff games. It'd be really sick.
Even if they added in just for the playoffs, it would make sense.
All right, number 18. Improved AI. Let me give you an example of this, okay? Me and Cody, playing franchise as usual, our always friendship thing we do. We're playing position. Imagine this. Your team's on 4th and 1. Within their 50-yard line. Your team can easily punt it away. It's the first quarter. What do? They're gonna fake punt 3 times in a game.
It's
And
true.
It's a turnover.
I've seen it.
It happens. It happens. And it ruins the experience when you're not controlling the team. Because you cannot control it. When you're not off-ball AI, it needs to be improved.
Yeah, even like remember our defensive only franchise? All of
Yeah.
our offensive players were just playing like shit.
No matter what we did, they always kept us out of the game.
Like me and
They
Brad
had
were
James
playing
Winston under 2,000 yards.
defensive only. I was
That's how
playing
ridiculous
safety,
it was.
and he was linebacker. And both of our offenses were the bottom 2 in the league, no matter what.
Which, for example, not having up Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay has had a top 5 offense, like I was saying
I'm about
earlier.
to say, yeah,
It's
Tampa Bay
unrealistic.
has a crazy good offense. They just can't win.
Yeah. And
just
it
can't win.
didn't show because I can't do anything. I can't single-handedly carry my
Tampa
team out
can't
of
close
a
games.
hole.
They can put up points. They can do highlight plays on defense, but they can't close games.
All the time. It would literally be like 1st and 10, turnover, fumble. Like, it doesn't happen like that. And then the next drive, 2nd and 15, James Winston throws a pick, which is realistic.
I was putting up more points on defense than Aaron Rodgers could on offense.
Number 19. This is cool. Another franchise one. A lot of these are franchise because franchise is awesome.
Franchise is the main.
But it can be so much better.
Yeah, it's the main game mode. A lot of people play franchise. A lot of people.
Which is sub coaches, which means defensive, offensive coordinators, and like position skill coaches. Only thing you have in this game is head coaches, which is important, obviously. But let me tell you something. Having Todd Bowles as an option to hire can drastically change your defense. This is an example. Tampa Bay went from the 32nd defense last year to the 5th at the end of the previous year.
I think coaches
They
should
need to
have
add
abilities.
those. Yeah, they need to add those for especially like for coaches like Sean Payton, Todd Bowles. You know, like they need to have people. There's more people.
The coach signing and all that should just be better.
It needs to be more than head coach.
Yeah, it needs to be more
It needs to affect
focused
him more.
than just the head coach. Like, you got the assistant coach, first of all. Assistant
And it
coach,
should affect your players and how good they play. Because
offensive coordinator,
some coaches says it's better.
defensive coordinator,
That's how it is.
quarterback coach, wide receiver coach, linebacker coach. You got all those guys.
They have overalls.
But
I
I
know it
think-
sounds dumb, but like that'd be that way to balance it. Just have overalls by
But
coach.
I think like the main guys, like the head coach, defensive coordinator, and offensive coordinator should be the only ones that have abilities.
Yeah. And they should carry it over into the drafting position or drafting skill too, and like how they develop players. Because like a player, for example, I'm gonna use Tampa because I'm wearing a Tampa uniform right now. A player, let's say you get a safety, and under what's the Lions coach's name? Forgot. Pat Patricia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's say you get a safety, a Pat Patricia, he may become like an 82 overall. I'm not hitting on all lines, I'm just using an example. But on the Todd Bowles, he become like a 90 because Todd Bowles is a legendary defensive coach. They should have that effect. How well they play.
Better development. Because, you know, like the players earn XP. Under Todd Bowles, he would earn XP faster, I guess.
Like your defense would benefit from Todd Bowles versus someone like Pat Patricia. I'm sorry for any Lions fan watching. This is just an example.
Man,
I know your pain.
Fuck the
Lions.
Lions.
Suck too.
They suck.
Number 20, expansion draft. Texans, Carolina.
There
Expansion
you go.
teams that came in 02. They should let you have an option to turn on expansion teams because every team, besides a couple, have been based on expansion team. 1976.
Dude, you know I would love to start a franchise and create my own team. Create my own team with it and have 33 teams in the NFL instead of 32. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just add
we
my
can
own
both make
team.
a team because there's two of us and just be
And
34
just sign-
make it even.
And just sign free agents or something. You know, don't be stealing
And
players
build up.
from other teams.
Yeah, build up.
Just sign free agents that are available and build from there. I think that would be so cool. I would do that constantly.
It had a new effect, dude. Like there's so much stuff they can do. Like one or two of these features added next year will change the game. We're not saying add all of them. We're just like that.
That would be
But one or two of these features would change the game.
But just add maybe 2 or 3 of them, and I would be happy. I'd be extremely happy.
Number 21, the last one. Repetitive play AI awareness. Now this one's okay. It doesn't need to be added, but for certain game modes, you can get away. This game will let you benefit by cheesing your way out, by running out of the pocket with Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson.
On corner routes.
And bombing it.
If you have any
corner routes,
quarterback that has escape artist and can throw the corner route, you're going to win the game. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
You
all
can
you
literally cheese your way to victory. It takes no skill when you have the good, like the overall players, obviously. But some of the stuff you can just repetitively do, and your defense makes no adjustment, like without you doing it manually. You can only stop it so many times before you get burnt. I'm sorry, you can only stop Tyreek Hill
The only
so many
quarterbacks
times before
that
he
you need
burns
in
you.
this game are Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, or Kyler Murray. If you got any of those 5 guys, you're going to win the game. Just because of that escape artist ability and be able to throw those little corner routes. It's almost impossible to defend because you can only use one player. And if he's not going to throw the corner route, there's a streak
defense doesn't
going.
always play smart either.
Yeah, because the corner routes, the linebackers always
play one
2
safety,
under.
but they're going to send more than likely the way people play this game. They're going to send 4 streaks straight up the field, and one of them's going to be open every time. And because they don't lose any accuracy on the run, they're going to bomb it 80 yards on the field.
Especially if fucking Mahomes.
It kills Mutt. It kills KO. And it would change those games. I would honestly play Mutt if they got rid of that. I like the idea of Mutt, but it's too heavy on the side of paying for anything you want.
If they would balance it. So if I don't, my 76 overall team, if I go search for a game and the team that I'm playing against has 390 overall players, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Because I add enough challenges fast enough.
Happens all the time.
And challenges you do add don't benefit really.
Man, screw them challenges. I don't like doing
You can't get any of those cards they have in challenges. I don't care what you say, Madden.
It would literally take you. It'd probably take you like 2 or 3 days.
Because the problem is they gave them an option to spend $10, $20, boom, they got 9 overall Pat Mahomes.
That's what they want you to do.
Yeah, guess what? I get that's your mono EA, but give us football back.
Now space.
That's not fun.
And he'll take it. Now Mahomes on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. coming out for the key. They're set up for 2. They're gonna try and run, and he'll be stopped side the goal line. So this lead. Looking on second down. Looking for his tight end in the corner. That's complete. Keeping the defender at distance. Getting ready for the 2-point try. It appears they're gonna throw. And he is not gonna get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out. From the gun, Mahomes. Looking left sideline and all the way home for a dot. They'll throw in. Throwing into a party. Defense covers Bouquet for the interception. Now Mahomes on first down. Rolling towards